On Motoring Forum this week, we should look a little closer to a new concept being introduced to help mitigate the long-time traffic problem in Metro Manila, specifically at EDSA. Recently endorsed by VP candidate Congressman Leni Lobredo as an efficient mass transport alternative, we shall put the BRT or Bus Rapid Transit on center stage with Mr. Robert C., Senior Advisor for Planning of the Department of Transportation and Communications, providing some insights. Good afternoon, Mr. C., and welcome to Motoring Today.
Good afternoon, Butch, and good afternoon to all the viewers of Motoring Today.
First of all, sir, kindly briefly explain what a Bus Rapid Transit System is.
You know, Butch, the Bus Rapid Transit System is now the fastest growing mode of mass transit worldwide. And the logic is this: where you have the most congested roads, the best solution is develop a bus-only lane, have a segregated lane just for buses, and put the most efficient vehicles on that lane. See, that ensures that you can move the most number of people through that particular corridor. This is the system used now worldwide to deal with a lot of traffic congestion, and we believe this will also be a very good solution for our big cities, Metro Manila, Cebu, and many of our growing urban areas in the Philippines.
The project is supposed to decongest traffic in Metro Manila. Exactly how would this system achieve something that has been the country's problem for a long time?
You know, Butch, today we see traffic really as the result of people moving away from public transport. What we know is that the vehicle population, both cars and motorcycles, is growing very rapidly. You know, today in Metro Manila, we're seeing an additional 10,000 cars every month. I think this is really a formula for more and more congestion, longer and longer travel times, slower and slower travel speeds. What is the long-run solution? The long-run solution is high-quality public transport. And we believe that BRT or Bus Rapid Transit can be part of that solution. What do we mean by high-quality public transport? It has to be reliable, comfortable, safe, low pollution, and also affordable. So we believe that Bus Rapid Transit can deliver a solution like that. What we need are dedicated lanes for buses, and then a system of managing those buses so we do away with on-street competition. I think we know that today in Metro Manila, we have lots of our public transport vehicles competing for riders, and part of that is a factor for the traffic and congestion that we see on our roads. It's also a factor in slower travel times for our buses and jeepneys. A Bus Rapid Transit system would change the business model for public transport by compensating operators on a fee per kilometer basis. You see, so instead of bus operators receiving revenue on the basis of ridership, they would be paid to provide a service. They would be paid to run a bus through a particular route, so many round trips a day and so many kilometers a day. And they would be paid a fixed amount regardless of whether their buses are full or half empty. See, this is the formula for offering high-quality bus services worldwide. And this is what we see in Singapore, in London, in New York, and we believe we can also bring this solution to Metro Manila, in the coming years.
If my memory serves me right, the same concept has been adopted in Cebu. Would you know if it pushed through and what is its status?
Most definitely, Butch. Cebu, the project was approved last year and is now being implemented. So we are going through what is called a detailed design stage. Very soon we will be bidding out contracts for the infrastructure development. This means building the stations, improving the roadway on the BRT corridor, and we hope to see this accomplished next year and the year after. And our target is to deliver an operating BRT system before the end of 2018 in Cebu.
It appears that constructing the project would possibly entail much more traffic than we already have now. How is this nightmare, a lot more than we are experiencing presently, going to be dealt with?
Definitely every transport project will entail some temporary inconvenience. But what we try to do when we design the projects is to also have some traffic management or traffic alleviation solutions at the same time that we build the infrastructure. So this is something that we will be working on, and we hope that this will mitigate or minimize any inconvenience to our commuters as well as to our motorists. But I believe one message we also need to deliver to the public is all these changes, the transformation of our public transport system will entail some sacrifices from all of us. But we believe that we will come out with a better situation, a better environment, a better service for all of us in the future. If we're willing to make that temporary sacrifice, we will all be in a better place.
Tell us, how long is the construction time and where exactly in Metro Manila are these BRT systems going to be put up?
You know, Butch, we have already a approved project which is called Quezon Avenue BRT or Metro Manila BRT Line 1. So this line goes from Elliptical Circle or the Quezon Memorial Circle all the way to Manila City Hall. So this would be the first BRT line that we hope to build in Metro Manila. We are working on the preparation of a second BRT project in Metro Manila, which is called EDSA BRT. And this is a project, of course, which I'm sure you would say would be quite challenging. But we believe that it can also deliver excellent results for both our motorists as well as our public transport users. Third area or a third corridor we are looking at is C5, and the fourth one is Rojas Boulevard. If we're able to build these BRT systems together with the improvement of our existing urban rail systems, we will have within the next 5 to 6 years a modern and improved public transport system in Metro Manila, which will alleviate traffic congestion. So I think this is really the good news that we want to offer for our motorists. You know, car users, motorcycle users, we need to have less congested roads, and the best way to do this is to offer improved public transport.
Thank you for your inputs, Mr. C. Before we end, do you have any message for our motorists and citizens regarding the BRT system?
Well, I would say that our philosophy here is we are not anti-car, we are not anti-motorcycle, we are pro-public transport. If you look at the major cities and the countries which have among the best public transport systems in the world, these are also countries which have a high rate of car use or car ownership. You know, for example, Germany, Korea, Japan, these are countries which have a lot of car ownership, but also highly efficient, highly reliable public transport systems. We believe we can have a good win-win situation in the future with a blend of high-quality public transport plus good policies for car ownership and motorcycle ownership. So this is, I think, is the good news that we want to deliver to your viewers of Motoring Today. Thank you, Butch.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Robert C.
Thank you, Butch, for having me here, and happy motoring.
Mr. Robert C., our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum with insights into the proposed bus rapid transit system.